What's up, you guys? It's Susie from HeyGrillHey.com, and today I am taking these gorgeous flanken cut short ribs and turning them into a Korean barbecue style Kalbi rib. You guys are gonna dig this one, so let's get started. Let's talk about our ingredients today. These are flanken style cut short ribs. Now, short ribs you typically see in the grocery store are these little, cubey, cute 3-inch long bone-on ribs that are great for stews and braising. But these flanken cut short ribs are cut against the bone, usually about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick, and they are perfect for grilling hot and fast. Look at the amount of fat and marbling in the meat. They are rich and juicy and delicious and create this perfect texture when they hit the high heat of the grill. And to complement this beautiful meat, we are making a Korean style Kalbi marinade. Now, I cannot claim this to be authentic. This is a recipe that I found from one of my friends, Billy Parisi, and please go check out his channel. He's absolutely amazing. And I have spent a little while not saying it was broken, but playing with it and making it my own and customizing it to my family's taste, and we absolutely love it. It has the perfect balance of saltiness and sweetness from the fruit selection that goes on in here, and it's really, really yummy. So let's get the marinade built.
Yes, please.
I have my recipe printed out because there's so many ingredients. I don't want to forget any. So if the ingredients that I'm putting in are moving a little bit fast, just make sure to click the link in the video description. It'll take you to the printable recipe, and that way you can see every single thing that's going in there. You won't miss anything as we go through. Okay, start with 1 cup of water, 1 cup of soy sauce, 1 Asian pear that has been peeled and had the core removed. This is what it looks like in the grocery store. Sometimes they're called apple pears. They're very sweet pears with a more firm texture than a traditional pear. Slippery. 1 Fuji apple that has been peeled and cored, and a kiwi that's been peeled. Did you eat this? Somebody stole one of my kiwi pieces.
It was probably one of the kids.
I'm gonna blame one of the children stole one of my kiwi quarters. Okay, well at home you put in 1 whole kiwi. Apparently I'm only putting in 3/4 of a kiwi. Nothing is sacred on the recipe table. 1/2 of a yellow onion that's had the skin and the stem removed. 5 cloves of peeled garlic. A 1-inch knob of ginger that has had the skin removed. 2/3 of a cup of light brown sugar. This is gonna give such a nice sweetness to this marinade. 1/4 cup rice wine vinegar. 1/4 cup of honey. Just all of these smells going into this blender, plus the charcoal running behind me. I'm hungry. 3 tablespoons of sesame oil, a teaspoon of kosher salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Pop the lid on your blender and just puree the life out of this. You don't want any chunks. It's gonna lighten in color, it's gonna bubble up, and that's gonna be our marinade. Perfect, nice and smooth, light in color, and the smell is absolutely out of this world. You haven't smelled, it's not a teriyaki, it's not straight soy, it's all these amazing things that we put into that marinade working together for the good of the ribs. Now this marinade will cover up to 3 pounds of flanken cut short ribs. And I like to layer them into a zip top bag one at a time instead of putting them all in, because they clump together, the marinade doesn't coat all sides. So kind of do this like stacking lasagna thing inside of your marinade bag. 1 strip of beef rib, a little bit of marinade, strip of rib, a little bit of marinade. up your bag, press out any extra air, put this on a plate and into your refrigerator. You want to marinate these for at least 8 hours up to 24 hours. I usually like to get these into the marinade the night before I go to bed, and then that gives me a good like 18-ish hours of the meat in the marinade before I'm ready to grill. And I do like to give it a good workaround at least once more during the marinating process, just to make sure they're all evenly coated and none of the meat has stuck together. Magic of television, I have a bag of short ribs that has been marinating for the last 14 hours, I believe. I have my charcoal grill preheated. It's screaming right now. It's about 475 degrees, which is the perfect temperature for grilling these short ribs. It's hot enough to help evaporate some of the marinade, give us those nice crispy sear marks, and we're only gonna be cooking these for a few minutes per side, so we want it hot. We want that char, we want the crunch, and the perfect medium rare interior. Now, like I said, I'm doing this on charcoal. I think it adds the best flavor, but you can do this on gas, you can do this on a grill pan, you can even broil these in your oven in a really hot broiler. It works well. You just really want to caramelize and crunch that sweet marinade on the outside. Now you can temp test these as you're cooking. You're looking for an internal temperature of 130 degrees, which is medium rare, but they're so thin and they cook quickly. Sometimes they can be difficult to get an accurate read. So just shoot for that 3 to 4 minutes per side at that super high heat. Make sure you have those nice, you know, grilly char marks on the outside, and you should be good to go. This is one of my favorite bites of beef, and I just am very excited to eat these. Okay. They came off the grill. We're gonna let them rest for a few minutes. We whipped up some beautiful jasmine rice, very delicious. Top these with some sesame seeds. It'll give you a nice pop in terms of color and also texture. And then of course some fresh sliced green onions. Now, since I cooked them, I get the distinct pleasure of enjoying the first bite. Now, you don't eat the bones. I like to fork and knife the meat on the top of the bones and then go fingers and pick up and eat all of those little meaty pieces in between the bones. It's a lot of good stuff here, you guys. My mouth is totally watering right now. Look at that. So tender, so fatty, crispy, beautiful caramelized edges. Man, I love these. They are savory from the soy sauce. They're sweet from the brown sugar, the honey, but also those different fruity elements that we added in there. It really makes for a marinade that's unlike any other like teriyaki style marinade that I've tried before. Totally worth the extra ingredients. Totally worth making that marinade from scratch. I hope you guys give this recipe a try at home. I have a feeling you and your loved ones are going to love it. And this will be just another recipe in your arsenal on your way to becoming a backyard barbecue hero. We'll catch you guys next time. Todd's always jealous that I get to eat the first bite, and then he has to wait.
Second bite's just as good.
Second bite's just as good.
What? Dude, that is so good. Oh my gosh. Hello.